Okay, you guys, I just want to get on here and talk about the femicide that's going on in this country right now against women, and the mere fact that these things are not really taken serious right now. I don't really feel like a lot of people are taking the femicide cases very serious, and I know the topic at hand has been um Ashley Janae, who was a social media influencer, who was unalived in Zanzibar, and then we have Dr. Serena Fairfax, who was unalived on Thursday morning by her husband, and it was definitely an unaliving situation. Right, I'm just getting my cards kind of together, you guys, because I really want to read on the energy of this femicide, which I believe is going on, what women like me have been talking about on our channel. So as you're coming in here, please make sure you like the channel, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, like this video. We're gonna get into some things, you guys. I need to get situated here. I really just want to get into, where are things going from here with this country, all of the suicide that's going on. Where are things going here? Because this cannot continue here. It can't continue here, you guys. We can't keep getting out here hurting women and unaliving. And I feel like that's what's going on. I feel like this is like a spiritual attack on women. So I'm gonna knock my cards out. Oh my God. I didn't even get a chance to really shuffle the cards. And they're already jumping out. So there's a lot that needs to be said here. We're gonna kind of get off into the situation with Dr. Serena Fairfax, and then I want to tap back into the whole situation with Ashley Janae Robinson. First, we're gonna get into the situation. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I see what's going on here with Dr. Serena Fairfax in this situation. Give me more clarity to the situation with her husband. I need more clarity. You guys, I don't feel like we're getting the full scope of what happened entirely with Dr. Serena and her husband. I'm saying that because I see what's going on. We have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, it's something about the children, you guys. There's something going on with their children. There's something going on with the children, you guys. And I'm saying this because, well, let's first start off by saying this. Oh boy, I'm gonna just tell you guys what's going on. And when we have the Page of Pentacles coming up, this is about the children. There's something about the children here. Okay, you guys, this union that Dr. Serena and her husband had was extremely toxic. It was just extremely abusive, and there was a lot of control in the union. He was controlling her financially. He was controlling her with the children. I feel like this was like a DB situation that this lady was in, and this was a very abusive situation that she was in that ultimately led her to her unaliving. What I will say is this is Knight of Swords, and this is really this is someone who just really did not think this through. The husband, he really, you guys, it's kind of like, okay, let me find the best way to describe what entirely happened when he decided to do this. He acted on impulse. Ego, once again, ego got the way of him, and he acted on impulse, and this was kind of like a fast thinking thing that he wanted to do. He had to act on. He didn't even. This was not premeditated. This was just kind of one of those things. I'm gonna do this, and that's it. And there's no going back. And that's kind of the mentality that he had. We have the moon card, so there's a lot of things that are hidden about this case, and I know it's still ongoing. I know that this is still an ongoing situation, but I really feel like the children. I know that the children. This is about younger children that were in the home at the time of this happening. I really feel like there is some new evidence or new information that's gonna come out through the children. By there being children involved, there's gonna be some delays, but I feel like there's gonna be some new information, evidence. It's something to do with the children because this information is gonna come forward. We got the Chariot card. So Dr. Serena's kids are gonna come forward and they're gonna share some information about what really happened. But what I'm telling you, what I'm being shown, it's kind of like her husband was just kind of like in negative thought. Because when we have the devil card, this is someone who's in idle negative thinking. And he just felt like he had to do this. This needed to be done. He didn't give this a second thought. He just really acted upon it. He acted upon it, you guys. It just, I'm going to tell you, if anything, I think it startled Dr. Serena. It's kind of like you could be in the kitchen cooking or doing something, and then the next thing you know, you have a pew pew facing you. And that's exactly what happened. This whole entire situation caught her off guard. She did not see this coming. This was not premeditated. He acted upon his thoughts at that given moment. It kind of reminds me of that case with that young lady who was unalived in ATL, and she was from here. She was just out walking her dog. And then the next thing you know, you have some guy just walking up and then pew-pewing you. The reason why I say that Dr. Serena was caught off guard, look at this. This is the Eight of Wands. This lady was in a DB situation, you guys. Eight of Swords, excuse me. And this is somebody with their eyes closed, like they can't see what's really going on. And I feel like she knew she was in a DB situation, but I also felt like she felt trapped or restricted within her own home. I mean, this guy was literally controlling her in the house. He was controlling her through the finances. He was restricting her from doing this and restricting her from doing that, and almost kind of like isolating her within her home. Almost kind of like literally walking on eggshells. This woman is literally walking on eggshells. She couldn't do anything because he had her so, what's the word I want to look for? I'm not going to say she was delusional. I'm not going to say she was brainwashed. He really abused her, you guys. I'm feeling a lot of mental and emotional and verbal abuse, as well as physical abuse, where there was literally physical violence going on within that home amongst her and her husband. He was the one who was doing the abusing, not her. Okay? And in situations like this, where there are DB situations, and then the alcohol, the devil card can represent toxic addictions. Yeah, he was definitely heavily into the substance abuse. I'm picking up definitely the alcohol abuse. And there were a lot of verbal arguments and conflict in that home that those children and her experienced as a result of that husband. outside of that, you guys, it ultimately, of course, led her to her, but I felt like this was kind of like a spur of the moment where you could just be sitting in the living room talking to your spouse, and then the next thing you know, you got a barrel of a pew pew facing you. And that's exactly what he did. I don't know why I'm picking up on this. I'm feeling like he spent a lot of time in the basement. A lot of time in there. Like, I don't know, like his caveman, but I feel like she like went to go get him or something. And then that's when she was caught off guard by him. Yes, this is crazy, man. Those children are traumatized. They know more than what is being said right now. And her children are going to be the key to more evidence about this situation. Her children, I'm feeling that son of hers, he really, I mean, both of her children really loved her, right? But I'm feeling like that son of hers really, really was close to his mom. That son. Okay, I just feel like those children are just traumatized. I want to know, why did he spare the children? Like, thank God he spared the children. Why did he spare the children? Why did he spare them? Why spare them and not take them out along with the wife? What's going on here? Why spare the children? Why were the children spared? What's going on there? Okay. Well, we have the high priestess. So this is just a lot of things that are kind of like hidden or unknown about this family. You guys, as crazy as this sounds, I think he spared his children. You guys, this was a okay, let's say this. This was a very traditional conservative family. Very traditional, very conservative family who believed in family structure, and um he really loved his kids. I know that sounds crazy. He really loved his kids, you guys. That's why he spared them, and that's why he didn't harm them, because he loved them. And we have the Two of Cups, so this is about that connection with his children, and you know the love that he had for his children, and the fact that I really think he did this because he really wanted his children to kind of have this new beginning. I don't know if there was money involved for those kids that he left. I'm getting kind of like a wheel, or what is that called? When children reach a certain age, they draw to their parents. You guys, these people had nothing but money, and I really just think he spared those children because he wanted his children to inherit what he had and what he was willing to leave behind for them. You know, and you guys, if anything, this guy, I don't know if any more cards fell. This guy really needed some help. He had an addiction. He needed some help. And you know that saying when you get married, and I don't know, this is going to come up about inheritance money that are owed to the children. I'm trying to think of the word that it's called when a child reaches a certain age, they will get their parents' inheritance. It's kind of one of those things that he had for his children, and he wanted his children to be able to inherit that money. Um, I back to that wife and his and him. I just feel like he really took his he really took his marriage vows to heart. You know, we came in this together, we're gonna leave this together kind of mentality, along with this traditional conservative view that he had about him and his children. That's what this is giving. It's giving that kind of energy, like we produced a family, we went through this together, we weathered this together, we're gonna leave here together. I mean, he literally took his marriage vows too hard. Shoot death do us part, literally. I'm gonna get taken out of here, you're gonna come with me kind of mentality. Woo! Look, because we got the Harriman card. This is about traditional structure. Oh, and these people were very religious. You see that cross? Oh yeah, they were that Christian conservative family. Yeah. Ooh. There are some men out here who would literally, I mean, literally take that marriage vow to heart, and he did that. Wow. It takes, it takes those marriage vows to a whole other level, doesn't it? You know, you guys are out here marrying these men, and you're exchanging these vows. You better know what you're reciting to these men. I mean, he had that mentality. We went through this together. We survived through this together. We're gonna leave here together. I'm taking you with me. And that's why he did it. But the reason why he spared his children is because he had money left for them. And he wanted his children to be able to inherit that money. I just want to know, why did he do it? Why? Mm. We got a Queen of Swords. That's about his wife. Her setting those boundaries and protecting her peace and protecting her energy. But I'm definitely feeling the addiction. Look, we have the Four of Pentacles. Oh wow. I'm gonna tell you guys why he did this. Okay. He really had an addiction. This is about his past and him being, that former politician, former governor of Virginia. This is giving politician energy. The Four of Pentacles. This is about recognition. This is about how he's being viewed by people, his past, all of those allegations that came up. We also, and this is why his wife wanted to leave him, because it had a lot to do with everything with him and those allegations against him, allegedly, and this is all for entertainment purposes, allegedly with the essay and grape of two young girls, okay, and his past, and just that allegation there, and she really wanted to protect herself and her children. And look, we have the six of swords. She was really wanting to protect her children and get out of the situation with her husband. This is the Six of Swords. This is about someone moving on from a situation, letting the situation go. She was at that point of wanting to get her children and get away from him, get away from the home, just start over brand new. Brand new. She wanted to just start over, take her kids, leave the home, leave the environment, go through her divorce process. I don't know why she stayed in the house, but he did not want her to go on with life without him. Okay. She did not want him. He did not want her to leave. He did not want her to go on without him. And that's why he did it. That's why he did it. It's definitely given addiction. It's given that past of his that he had. She did not see this coming, you guys. While she was in that home, he was spiraling down in these thoughts and in that alcohol and all that substance abuse and all of those inner demons. All of those inner demons just took over him. And mentally he just couldn't handle everything. And he couldn't handle I just want to know, I mean, she clearly didn't see this coming, you guys. She didn't see this coming. No, it completely caught her off guard, and it really, really put her in a very um, iffy, dangerous situation, especially with all of the legal stuff that have been against him. And I don't know why I'm saying this, but I feel like DCFS has been to the home to do their investigations, like the Department of Children and Family Services. I feel like she's been dealing with like something about the children and their safety being in the home with him having a QQ and all of the substance abuse and all of the abuse that her and those children went through. I feel like the state has been involved in that home. I feel like there were some allegations about him that the state were questioning. I just feel like the state has been involved in her home, especially with her husband's prior convictions, if that makes any sense. And she wanted to protect her children, and she wanted to get away from the whole entire situation from him and what was going on with him legally and everything. And as he was spiraling out of control, this is when he became darker and darker in thought processing with that devil card. But he literally took his marriage vows to heart, to death do us part. And he literally did this because he did not want to see his wife go on without him. And that's literally why he did it. He did it because he did not want her to go on without him. That's why he did it. He did not want her to have a new life. He did not want her to have those children removed out that home. He literally was controlling her. I'm definitely feeling heavy on the financial abuse. Like, I'm feeling a lot of financial abuse he put her through, along with that addiction and just taking from her and the kids. And she was more of the breadwinner than he was. Dr. Serena was more successful, more level-headed in that marriage than her husband's. And he hated her for that. He hated that the fact she was going to go on with her life without him. And he had to take her out. And this is a prime example of misery loves company. You guys, I'm scoffing in this reading because, I mean, this was a beautiful, beautiful Black woman, very successful, very level-headed, had a lot of prosperity and abundance, and she would have done anything for her children. And she just made up in her mind that she had to get out of this situation. She did not get out in time. I don't know why she stayed in that home. I don't know. But she was looking forward to having a new life with her and those kids. And this demon overpowered her. He overpowered her. He just couldn't stand to see her be happy without him. How dare you take my children from me? How dare you want to divorce me? How dare you want to go on and have a new life without me? How dare you? We went through this together. We served everything together. We're gonna leave here together. And that's exactly the mindset that he had, because he took his marriage vows really to heart. And this was so selfless and selfish and cowardly of him, that you would take your children, her children from her. You would take that mother away from those children. You would have to be a piece of shit to do that. To take the mother away from the children. This story really, really breaks my heart. It really does, you guys. Because Dr. Serena was actually the victim here. And those children. Those children went through a lot in that house. A lot. I mean, there was a lot of abuse that went on in that house. I'm feeling a lot of financial abuse where he was trying to control her and her money. Do I think he actually did those crimes? I can't answer that on this live. Nor can I get in the constituents of that live right now, nor can I read on it. Those children went through a lot. Her children are going to be the key to moving this case forward in evidence. I'm trying to find the word where at a certain age the children will receive this kind of these children have inheritance money, you guys. He made sure that his children were taken care of. I'm getting a lot of money. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. This is about money for the children. I don't know if he had a will for them. Something at the bank where once they read, oh, it's called a fiduciary account. Thank you. That's what it's called. It's a payee account that he has for his children. You know, when they reach a certain age, they will be able to go and withdraw their money with interest. That's it. He has something set up for those kids where they don't have to worry about anything for the rest of their lives. And he wants them to have access to that money. I'm sure that Dr. Serena had this set up for the kids as well. But he loved his kids. He loved them. But this was a very selfless, selfish act, you guys. And very cowardly of him to do this. You guys, I'm heartbroken. Between this and Ashley, Janae, I just don't understand. I don't, and I even doing these readings, I will never understand the entirety here. Um, I just don't get it. And everything that I picked up with her reading, with Ashley Janae's reading, I told you guys she was strangled and suffocated. He strangled her with his bare hands. He suffocated her with a pillowcase or a bathrobe. Yeah. These women didn't have a chance, you guys. They were put in a very isolated situation where they were helpless. With Ashley Janae, Ashley, I just feel like I want to know was she dealing with DB as well. Mm. Oh wow. Yes, this is crazy. So we have the Page of Wands. This is about um this is clearly overseas with that John McCain situation, followed by the Fool and the Six of Cups. This is about childhood stuff with Ashley Janae. Um and this guy honestly thinks he's won. He's won something, you guys, especially with the victory card coming in at the end. John McCain is definitely a character here. He thinks he's won. He's overpowered this situation. He's overseas. Literally, the Page of Wands is about someone who's overseas. This is a traveling card, and the Fool card, and the Six of Cups. You guys, this is. I mean, this guy had some issues, man. He had some issues from his childhood, and he's honestly think he's won. He's won. He's won this situation. I mean, this guy's mentality was he had to win at all costs. He had to win at all costs. He had to be on top of everything. His childhood really, really messed him up, man. You guys, he had a messed up childhood. This guy think he's won. He's gotten away with this. And I asked about, and I did feel like there was some abuse going on with Ashley Janae as well. Um, I feel like there was some childhood abuse going on with her as well. And I feel like this guy didn't have a great childhood either. But yeah, to answer that question, I feel like there was a lot of abuse in her life as well as his. I don't know much about John McCain's family, but it's definitely giving a troubled child. He was one of those kind of children. You know, I just don't know. I just want to know, and this is an eye-opening situation for women all across the world. With all of these femicide cases, what's going to become here? What's going to become here? We got the four. We got the four of Yeah, and another thing about John McCain, he was definitely about controlling the finances too. This is once again someone who's up in power, right? Someone who's up in power. All about recognition and stuff like that, and certain kind of reputation and recognition that they have out here in the public, how they want to be viewed. And he was definitely about power, money, and ego. I want to know what's going to become with the femicide in America. Mm, that card jumped completely out of my hand. We have the strength card. Ladies, I'm going to tell you this. It's not over. We have the conflict card, the Five of Wands, followed by the strength. Tell me more. Tell me more about the femicide in the United States. Tell me more. Any advice, any guidance from here? Um, mm, well, I think that was going to be the outcome. We have the judgment card. Ladies, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm not here to scare you. That right now we're at a point where these femicide cases are going to increase. We're going to hear more and more stories about women being unalived, or situations like what happened with the um, Fairfax couple. And I feel like these men are under judgment. I feel like there's some kind of karmic thing going on with these men. There's something spiritual going on with these men that's making them do this to their wives and their girlfriends and their families. We're going to start hearing more and more cases like this, family annihilation types of situations. We're going to start hearing more and more about women being unalived. hmm we're going to also be dealing with a lot of issues with these men who cannot handle what's going on with women opting out of marriage and relationships and etc. I just feel like it's kind of like, yeah. And I wanted to say this for Dr. Serena because I have to give honorary respect because this was a doctor. This was someone who was very highly valued and respected in Virginia. Um, in his mind, the husband's mind, as well as all of these men's mind who are doing this, if I can't have you and I can't control you, then no one else will and can. I'm feeling like these men are doing this because they feel like they could be the ones who can judge women on their wrongdoings, right? Like men have been given this. It's almost, I'm just got to tell you guys, man, it almost seems like men think that they're God, followed by this judgment card. Like if you are out of order, I have the right to unalive you or hurt you. That's how most men think. And they feel like they have this power over women. You ladies are going to have to be strong. You're going to have to fight back. You're going to have to protect you and your children. You're going to have to be cautious of your surroundings and your environment because it's giving, if you won't do what I tell you to do as the man, you being the woman, then I have the right to hurt you or unalive you. And that is the mentality of men right now, where they feel like God has given this ultimately the power to do this over women and through women and controlling women and harming the children. I don't know. It just seems like there's something spiritual going on with these men who are doing this. And it's like they're under some kind of possession or some sort. I need more clarification to the judgment card. Please, thank you. More clarification to the judgment card. More clarification to the judgment card. Okay, it just a whole lot of cards fell out of my hand. So we have the hangman and we have the moon card. So this is about delays and this is about things being hidden. What is the delay? Tell me more about the delay. What's going on? What's going to be delayed? More clarification to the hangman card. We have the ace of swords. This is giving wife beaters. Ace of swords. This is about men thinking that they have the power. They have the power to do this. They ultimately have the permission from the Most High to do this. Ace of Swords is about pew pews and weapons, axes, pew pews, knives. They think that they have the power to control women and to harm women because God has given them the power to do this. It's kind of like you get out of order, you're sassy mouth, you talk back, I have the right to put you back in your place. because God has given dominion and power to men over women. These men are looking at this in a biblical aspect, in a spiritual aspect, where they feel like they could be the judges of women, where they can be the judge and they can be the jury of women. I'm here to tell you, men, if you ever think you're going to put your hands on me or my children, I will put you 6 feet under. I am not my great great grandmother. You don't have the power. You don't have the authority over me or my children. Try me. Try me. I never dare you. Try me. Try me. I don't do that submission stuff over here with men. You men have lost your everlasting minds. And ladies, you're in trouble. All of you women who are married to men and all this stuff here, because it seems to me like ever since Trump got into the White House, these men have become more and more emboldened in wanting to control women. Like it's giving them this new profound vision of how they're going to see and treat women. And this is what men want. They want to control women, to get women back in their place. And if she had did this and that, then this and that wouldn't have happened. And all of this about slapping women and hitting women. I double dare you. I dare you to even think about putting your hands on me and my children. And I promise you, on everything I love, I will have you buried 6 feet under. That's not a promise. I'm actually threatening you. The monogamy in this country is out of control. And these men feel like physically harming women will get women back into place. Ladies, you've been warned. Femicide is going to increase. We're going to hear more and more stories about women being unalived by their husbands and so on. All of these family annihilators, men who can't control their feelings and their emotions, can't handle anything. We're going to hear more and more cases. And you need to prepare yourself for this. Is it safe for women to be out here dating and dealing with men? Absolutely not. Pregnant women are not safe. Married women are not safe. You single women are not safe. Even you women who live with these men, you're not safe. Hmm. Dr. Serena was almost at that finish line of escaping that demon. If she had left a few weeks early, a few months early, she would have still been here with her and her children. She was right at that finish line of escaping this demon. She was almost there, you guys. Her and her children were on the way out of the door with that 6 of swords. That's literally a woman on a boat with her children. She was trying to get to calmer waters, y'all. She was trying to get to calmer water. She was trying to protect her children. And that demon just wouldn't let her go. And a lot of y'all are dealing with demons who just won't let you escape. They won't let you leave. They won't get you. You can't escape the house. You don't have the money to get out. You don't have the resources. You don't have the support system. She recognized that she was being abused. She saw the signs and she did everything she could to protect herself, to protect her peace, to protect her children. And she is the definition of what I would call a virtuous woman. Someone who stood in front of her children to protect her children, and she was a goddamn good wife and a mother to her children. And this demon could not stand to see her leave. He couldn't stand to see her leave or walk away from that situation with him. That is what you call misery loves company. She was everything that a wife would be considered. Everything that a wife would be considered. Dr. Serena was that. She absolutely loved her children. And for this demon to take her away from her children is an act of selfless and selfishness. Only a demon would take you away from your children, your blood and flesh, your children. And that's exactly what this demon did, because he did not want to see her happy in her new life with her and her children. He couldn't do that. He couldn't allow that. He didn't want that for her or those children. Also, don't think he didn't want her to have his money too. Mm-mm. He didn't want her to have that inheritance money. He didn't want her to have none of his money. None of his money. Even though she had her money, he did not want her to have his money either. He had money, but due to his addiction, he lost that money. She was going to have the house and everything. He couldn't stand for that. He didn't want that. She was very successful. She had her practice. She had her business. And he couldn't stand to see that. And she was the breadwinner. And the court saw her as the more stable parent than him. He didn't want that divorce to go through. A lot of y'all are in bed with demons. You're in relationships with demons. You're married to these demons, all in the name of love. And these men don't care about you. He definitely had an addiction, and that addiction overpowered him. It really took over him in his mind. And he acted out in those thoughts, idling. Right at the spur of the moment, he felt like he had to do this. Those children of hers, they're going to be the key to exposing some things about what really happened in that house. And as for Ashley Robinson, I just see a lot of obstacles for her and her parents, because this young lady has no clarity or closure, even passing. Because that also was a spur of the moment surprise event that happened. You're going from the wedding gown to being proposed to enjoying your birthday, to being strangled in a different country where your parents can't even get to you like that. And I just really feel like the parents are just going to have a lot they're going to be up against. even with going over there to that country and trying to get clarity and understanding. It's not going to be easy for them. It's not. It's just a burden that's left from both sides of this family. And I haven't forgot about the other black woman who was, you know, that other politician as well. You guys notice what's going on here? It's certain women who are of certain power and of certain status who are being taken out of here, and they're ending up with men who are not even on their levels, who are elevating them or and things like that. Um, I mean, her parents, Ashley Robinson's parents, are going to have a lot of challenges when it comes to getting closure for their daughter. I don't see that this is going to be easy for the parents, you guys, of Ashley Janae, especially with her body being over there in a different country. They will eventually get her body back over here to the States, but it's going to be a while. Like, this is an ongoing investigation. And I just see a lot of delays. I see a lot of delays for both of these cases. This is not going to be smooth sailing, but I mean, these cases really, really hurt my soul because these people didn't deserve this. I don't know what to tell you young women out here. I just see a lot of conflict between the men and the women. We have the Five of Wands, especially with this femicide case. These men out here, they're not going to back down. They actually want to attack women. I see a lot of attacks in the streets. I see a lot of attacks in the streets where women are just going to be out and about and men are going to start attacking you, um, throwing things at you. Um, I see a lot of pew-pewing. A lot of pew-pewing, ladies, where these men are just going to start attacking you out in the streets. Another card, we have the Moon card. I see a lot of attacks upon women out. It's not going to be safe for you to be out here in public around these men. It's not going to be safe for you to be out here around these men. It's becoming unsafe, ladies. These men have raised war on the divine feminine. Don't you understand it? You could be out pumping gas and they're just going to start attacking you. Start unaliving you out here in broad open daylight. Give me clarification to the Moon card, please. Clarification to the Moon card, please. We have the Queen of Pentacles. This is about a nurturing energy. They're just gonna start attacking women. This is about women who are kind of like independent, make their own money. They're going to start coming for women who are of that cloak. You men have been warned on my channel. I carry. Okay. And if I feel like me and my children are in any kind of harm, I have the right of way to protect us. We have the Tower card. This is about a sudden upscale change. I just feel like this is an attack on women who are independent, women who don't want to continue on with the system, women who don't want to serve men. women who are stepping away from the traditionalism, conservatism of relationships between the men and the women. Ladies, these men are just not going to stop. We have the Tower card, and this is about some serious conflict. Man, this is not going to end well for you. Okay? This isn't going to end well for you. If you think you're going to be getting out here harming women, you better think again. I see a lot of attacks, ladies. Listen to me. A lot of attacks. You're going to start hearing it on the news where women are going to be just getting attacked, hit with things, etc., etc., etc. If you're not packing, you better start packing. You better be cautious out here in these streets. It is not going to be safe for you to be going anywhere alone. It's not going to be safe for you to be going out at night. It's going to get to the point where women are going to be starting to put awareness out there on their channel about things that women can do to protect themselves as these men continue to spiral and unravel themselves. And I feel like that's what's happening with these men. I want to see if there's any concerns about anything with the schools. Are our children going to be safe in all of this? What's gas stations, places where you ladies typically go run your errands. We have the star card, and this is literally about just being hopeful in all of this, ladies. This is what this card is about. Um, this is about having faith that our children are going to be safe. Um, we have the Empress card. This is about younger energy. Six of Pentacles. I just think you guys are going to need to protect your children. We have the Seven of Pentacles. You guys are going to have to make some changes when it comes to your children in school and how you do things, allowing your daughters to run around in civilization. You guys need to stop doing that. You need to be monitoring your children at school. But overall, I feel like this is an attack on women, though. I don't feel like it's an attack on children. I feel like our children are going to be okay, but it's just one of those things. You guys are going to have to protect your children. You're going to have to monitor them and all this stuff here. I feel like this is an attack on women who are single and independent. Women who don't want to go along with this system are men. And this is what they're going to be attacking women on, women who are decentering men. Especially with that Queen of Pentacles. That's about someone who's nurturing, someone who's a provider, someone who can kind of take care of themselves and their children. It's literally an attack on women. That's all I can tell you guys. You guys are going to need to just be careful out here. You're not going to be able to maneuver out here the way that you want to. You're not going to be able to maneuver out here the way that you want to, like you used to be. We're dealing with a whole different political shift and climate right now with these men, and you're going to have to do that. We have the World card followed by the Magician. This is something that we're going to have to manifest for women all across the world. Protective sacral energy. And we're going to have to really, really be positive against what's happening right now. With that World card, that's literally about women across the world, in the globe, in the femicide and DV. We're going to have to take our power back, ladies. The Magician card is about taking power back. It's about manifestation. It's about creating the world that we want to feel safe in America for women and children. You're going to have to start manifesting your reality. and taking your power back by protecting yourself and your children. I'm telling you now, these men are not going to stop. They're having a hard time letting this system go and this matrix of energy to come through. They're having a hard time with that, and they're not going to back down. I do see unalivings in the streets. I do see attacks on women in the streets. It is not going to be safe. I repeat, it is not going to be safe in the streets. It's getting too dangerous out here in the streets, ladies. It's giving Wild Wild West energy. Tracy Unplugged just went live this morning to talk about how it's not safe for women to be out here in these streets. These men are just going to start attacking women out in the streets. You walking to the grocery store, you walking into the gas station, you pumping gas, etc., etc., etc. If you don't carry, you don't have a license to carry, I'm advising you to get you one. Because this is the climate that we're dealing with, and this is what we're up against right now. I'm going to get off of here because I need to eat. I need to knock that energy out of these cards. My condolences to every Black woman who has suffered femicide within this month. I will be lighting a candle for the four Black women who were unalive this month, including Dr. Serena Fairfax and Ashley Janae Robinson and the other 2 Black women. Really, I think it's 6 of them. So I will be lighting a candle in the upcoming week for all 6 of them. Oh, and I will be doing a prayer for women across the globe and protection of the sacred energy and the divine energy right now, because we're literally under attack by demons. The divine feminine is under attack, ladies. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse, ladies. I don't know what to tell you. These men are just on a they're just full-blown unhinged now. And they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. They're becoming more unhinged. They're becoming more desperate. I don't see rape in my cards or essay. I see outright attacks. Men hitting women with things. Men hitting women with their hands, etc., etc., etc. Men pew-pewing women who reject them. That kind of atrocious behavior, right? Men, if you want to go tit for tat, hey, I got nothing but time and ammunition. It is what it is. And if you don't want to be on the front of a t-shirt, you better back the fuck down. Your mama, your daddy, and somebody gonna be coming to collect your ass. It is what it is. I'm in an open state. I have the right to bear arms. I have the right to carry. I have the right to utilize that Second Amendment, and I have the right to defend and protect. And if you men want to take it here, hey, it's nothing but space and opportunity. You got 2 choices here, men. You can go and get you some fucking therapy and help yourself so that you can attract the type of woman that you want, or you can deal with the consequences. Don't let red pill get you men hurt out here. Don't let red pill get you hurt out here. Because some of us are not scared of you. I'm not. A lot of us are not weak out here. And I don't think Dr. Serena or Ashley Janae were weak. I just think they were in a helpless situation where they couldn't get out. And you better hope and pray that I don't cross paths with you. You're out here harming women and children. I see it.
see it. If I see it, I see you out here harming women and children, and I'm in proximity, you better run, because I'm coming for you. You men took it here. You took it here. So I guess we got to clean up what you men have started, right? Yeah. After all, we had many of you, so you are our creation. You're not our creators. We're your creators. Okay? We're birth givers and lifers and receivers. You men are death. That is the nature of your energy, is death. That's it. Women will never grow attached to you men. Never. Because you don't have that nurturing energy. We do. And you hate women because we have it. Because we can create life in our womb for 9 months to 10 months and you can't. I don't know who you men think you are, but you come across women like myself, it's not going to end well for you. With that Tower card coming up for Queen of Pentacles, you men better watch yourself out here. Because that's 4B energy right there. Yeah, that Queen of Pentacles and that Tower card, yeah, that's 4B energy right there. Every time I read on the 4B women, those cards come up. I don't know who you men are. I don't know who you think you're messing with. I told you men that 4B women are a different breed of women. So y'all can get out here and play around with these pick-me's and these male-centered women and toy them around and give them black eyes and busted lips. Come on over here and try that with 4B women and see where that's going to land you. Because now you're actually dealing with feminists and misandrous when you enter into 4B lanes. Because you're trying to control a woman. You're trying to dominate a woman. You're trying to humble a woman. Try that over here and see where it lands you. It's not going to land you anywhere. But straight into jail or straight 6 feet under. Just like Kevin Samuels. And all the rest of these red pill men who got on here with that shenanigans. David Carroll and so on. And this is where I think red pill is leading you men. Straight to death. Because you're the ones ending up in nursing homes without wives and people to come around and see you. You're the ones ending up alone without a companion. Violence isn't the answer, man. The only way to fix this male loneliness epidemic that you men have created is to take accountability for yourself and get therapy and work on your own trauma and your mental and emotional well-being. Instead of pinning this responsibility on women because you can't get laid and you can't get a wife, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that you can't get laid and you can't get a wife? That sounds like a you problem. I'm not responsible for you men's feelings, your thoughts, or your emotions, or your actions. But just know that every action that you put out here, you're going to pay for that. And right now, you men are paying for that. That's why the male loneliness epidemic is here. Because women are not going to sit down and tolerate your bullshit. We're not in the 1950s, and you are not going to be putting your hands on women. At least not all of us. Just me, I'm just going to show up, I'm going to show out, and I'm going to ask questions later. You better get off the red pill train. It's not going to lead you anywhere good, men. My advice, you better shut it down. Yeah, I do tell men that I carry, and I will use my protection peacemaker if I have to. Well, I can show up with my peacemaker. I guess we could both show up then. If you're that scared of women and you're that intimidated of women and you're that bothered by women and you hate women so much, stay away from women. Stay away from women. You got to do what you do. But what you really want is you really want a man. Because that's what you're out here seeking validation for your homeboys and so on. That's really what you want. And many of you are on the down low and gay. So why even attach yourself to women? Why even try to get close to women? So go get the man of your dreams and leave women alone. We don't have to take matters into our own hands. I told you that last year. When you get tired and you've had enough of this, trust me, you'll do what you got to do to protect yourself and your children. Even if it means we got to purge the planet, I guess that's just what we're going to have to do then. Because I told you, it's too many of them here anyway. Why? Because this is a matriarchal environment. This is a matriarchal environment here at my grandmother's house. That's right. We don't do that patriarchal stuff in this house here. That don't work in this house here. When my son was bathing, I was right there to teach him how to properly bathe. I don't know what it's about boys and getting in the tub and taking baths. I told my son, not here, not today.